Hi friends, today we are going to discussing about antennas and wave propagation. So in your ESET examination point of view, they will ask some questions from this subject also. So here first what is antenna? Here we have to know first what is antenna. So antenna is nothing but it is a one of the metallic device so which is radiating or receiving the signals, which is radiating or receiving the signals, means the antenna may be used as a transmitting antenna or receiving antenna. So this one is a transmitting antenna and this one is the receiving antenna. Here this transmitting antenna radiating or transmitting the EM waves into the free space. EM waves are nothing but electromagnetic waves, EM waves or radio waves into the free space, and this one is the receiving antenna. This receiving antenna receives the EM waves or radio waves from the free space. Okay, how the signals or propagate through the free space is nothing but in the free space we have a air as a medium. Through the air the signals must be transmitted from the transmitter antenna to the receiving antenna. Okay, and here this transmitting antenna radiating the signals, that's why antenna is also known as radiator. Antenna is also known as radiator and it is also known as aerial. Means what are the other names for the antenna? Radiator and aerial. And here this one is the transmission section, this one is the receiver section, and here this transmission section mainly containing the three elements. Those are generator, transmission line and antenna region. Here transmission line it may be a coaxial cable or waveguide, whatever it may be, this transmission line between the generator and antenna region. Here generator it is generating the RF waves. It is generating the RF waves. This transmission line guiding this RF waves to the antenna region. So guiding means showing the path to the RF waves. This transmission line showing the path to the RF waves to the antenna region. Here the generator generating the RF waves now. These RF waves having the very higher frequencies. So that's why the wavelength of the RF wave is very low. Why? Because here F equal to C by lambda. Whenever signals having the higher frequency, the wavelength is less. Whenever signals having the lower frequency, the wavelength is high. So like that, these RF waves having the very high frequency, that's why lambda is low here. Lambda is low here. And here this one is the antenna region. Here this antenna propagate or radiating the signals into the free space. Propagate or radiating or transmitting the signals into the electromagnetic waves into the free space. Okay, the receiving antenna receives the EM waves from the free space. And now here what is the radiation mechanism in two-wire antenna? Here we are seeing now. So this one is the two-wire antenna. So now here we are seeing the radiation mechanism in two-wire antenna. So two-wire antenna is nothing but this is one conductor and this is one conductor. Between these two conductors here we are applying the source. It may be a voltage source or current source depending on our application. Here we have to applying the source. I am taking the voltage source here. And at the other end of the transmission line, here I am connecting the antenna. This one is the antenna. Generally antenna is open structured. That's why this antenna radiating the signals into the free space. And here we are taking the source as a AC. Alternating source only, we are not taking the DC. Why we are taking the AC? Here able to produce the current. Here the current production is important, then only the EM waves are radiating into the free space. So due to that purpose here we are using the AC supply. So why we are using the AC supply? For the alternating current production. Whenever the alternating current is produced here, then only the antenna radiating the signals into the free space. In that condition we are using the AC source, never use the DC. Here I am taking the voltage source. Here I am taking the source as a voltage source. So voltage source is nothing but I am taking the sinusoidal waveform. Now here whenever we are applying the voltage source between the two conductors, what happened? The electric field is existing between the two conductors and electric field lines also existing according to this signal. The electric field lines also existing according to this sinusoidal waveform. Why? Because I am applying the sine as a source here now. So that's why according to this sinusoidal waveform, here the electric field lines also existing. And here the electric field is existing like this and magnetic field is existing like this. Okay. So now this one is the conductor now, this one is also conductor. So in the conductor we have atoms. So and these are having the free electrons. These are having the free electrons. Now what happened? Whenever we are applying the source here, the electric field is existing between the two conductors and electric field lines also existing. So now these electric field lines putting the force on the conductor, whenever those electric field lines putting the force on the conductor, the free electrons are moving like this. The free electrons are moving like this. Due to this movement here, the current is produced. Due to this movement in this, the current must be developed in this. Okay. And now, so this here I am taking the only 3 lines. Here the electric field lines depending on the AC signal only. Here the antenna transmitting the different frequency range of signals. How the antenna transmitting the different range of frequency signals, different frequency range of signals, how? That is depending on the source only. Whenever here I am applying the high frequency signal, these electric field lines much closer. These electric field lines are much closer and the antenna transmitting the higher frequency signals. Whenever the frequency is low, these electric field lines are more separated. And antenna transmitting the lesser frequency signal. Why? Because already we know F equal to 1 by T. Okay, depending on that, here we are getting the electric field lines. Okay, and whenever these electric field lines are reached to the end of the antenna, so those are detached from the antenna. And propagate in the free space. Whenever those are detached from the antenna and propagate in the free space, they are combining like this. Within fraction of seconds, we can't assume that time. Within fraction of seconds, they are combining like this and forming the closed end circles. And like this, the propagation is existing in the free space. How they are combining means, here we know the positive attracts with the negative, here positive attracts with the negative, and here also positive attracts with the negative. So here also this one attracts with negative attracts with positive and positive attracts with negative. So like this, the attraction is there between the two polarities. Due to that, so after detaching the antenna, so the field lines are detaching from the antenna, those are combined in the free space and forming the closed end circles. And from these closed end circles, here we have to see the magnetic field lines, and these closed end circles are also called current carrying conductors. These are also called current carrying conductors. Okay, this one is the two-wire radiation mechanism. Means how the antenna radiating the signals into the free space. So like this, the electromagnetic waves or EM waves propagate in the free space and received by the receiving antenna at the destination side. Okay, so we will discuss next topic in further classes. So for more videos, you must subscribe this channel. Okay.